Hey there everybody, and today we're going to be learning how to make a random code generator. Okay, so this code here, as you can see, is 7 characters and it has been generated by default, which is I think this is Z or 2, whatever, DEXTFF. So I can hit generate code and it changes that code to another one and just keep doing that. So this is something you like to do just to maybe automate your life or something, or maybe you can apply it to your game if necessary. So now we're just going to go into the code of this. Okay, now as you can see, I have already styled my scene. Well, I just have a control node here, a color rect, a label, and a button. Well, I didn't really do too much styling, just gave it them fonts, style the background, and everything just fell in place. Okay, so the generated the label here, I just made it to say generated code just for some reasons, I don't know actually. Yeah, so now we'll go to the control node and we're going to attach a script to this. Well, I'm not sure I really care what the script will say, okay, the name of the script. So now the first thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding a variable. This variable is actually very long to type, so I just copied it and I'm going to paste it here. So here you see I have a variable named code. You can name this whatever you want, and the variable consists of all the letters of the alphabet, of the English alphabet, in strings. Okay, so A is in a string and everything is in an array, so here we have A, B, C, D to Z. Okay, so here it is, it ends at Z. Then from there we continue from 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0. So if you want, you can actually type this, or I'm actually going to leave it in the description so you can just copy it from there. Fine. And we're gonna need another variable. We're gonna just name this gen code. Okay, I'm just gonna name it gen CDE, and it's going to sorry equal to an empty string. So we're gonna be manipulating just these two variables in this tutorial. So what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna use the ready function, a built-in function, and on the ready we are going to type in we're going to use a for loop. So we're going to say for range, sorry, for I'm just going to give this a random letter. I'm just going to say for t in range. Well, you can call this whatever you want. You can say for t, for whatever, you can just say whatever you want, but I'm just going to use t. So for range, for t in the range, now this is where you're going to type in the number of um, characters that you want to be in your generated code. So for the last for the preview I used 7, and I'm still gonna use 7 because I feel like that's a legit number. Well, you can just even use 900 and whatever you want, but I don't advise you use so much because for better user interface and stuff like that. So I'm gonna use 7, and we're gonna put a colon by the side here, and we're gonna say gen code, and it's going to plus equal to the string, and the string of what, the code. Well, we can't just give it all the A B C to Z and just go, go away with it like that. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be generating a random integer that you use to get the array, the index of the array. So what we're going to do is going to say randi, where is it, yeah, random integer. So this is a function that gets the random integer of like just a random integer. So we're gonna say modulate, and we're gonna be modulating the code dot size. Okay, so the size of the code, the random integer is going to modulate, that is like it's going to divide the random integer by the code size and give us the reminder. So this is actually getting the reminder of when you divide the random integer by the code size. And if you divide the random integer by the code size, it will give you an index in this. It won't give you higher than that. Okay, like for example, I'm just gonna pull up my calculator here. For example, we have like 20, okay, no, let's say 21 divided by 5. So you see that if I hit equal to, it won't give us a value that is up to 5. Okay, it can't give us a value that is up to 5. Okay, sorry, I was wrong. It's it will give you a value that's up to 5, but the reminder won't be up to 5. Okay, so we're gonna exit that. Now we say, after this we're gonna say, okay, we're gonna say label dot text. Oh, sorry, we're actually going to get the node, which is label the text, and it's going to be equal to gen code. Okay, so the label text will be equal to the gen code, and I think that should be all. And we want to connect our buttons pressed so that we can actually be keeping track of, we can actually be clicking the button to change the code, yeah, stuff like that. So now, here we're just going to call the ready function again, so everything is all right, and that should be all. If I hit F5, and yep, this should load up, and as you can see, we have a random integer, sorry, a random code, which is fs2mbgo, oh sorry, gc. I think that should be a c. So if I hit generate code, if you notice, it actually adds this to the other generated code, and if we hit it again, it adds, it just keeps adding, and that's not what we want. We want it to like generate a random code like that. So here I'm gonna say gen code should be equal to a random string, and on the button press we're gonna say gen code should be equal to another empty string. So that will like reset the gen code anytime that we want a new um code. So by default this will generate the same code as before, and if we generate code, if you see that it just follows the same pattern, and that's not what we want. Okay, we want it to get generated, like generate different codes. If you notice, like the first two codes were the same with the first two codes now, so that's not what we want. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to say randomize. Well, all these functions, many of you might not be familiar with it, but if you are, good for you. And all these for loops, all this range, and all this stuff, there is a tutorial I actually made, where I covered everything that it looks in red. Okay, everything scripts that looks in red, I covered all this in that tutorial. So I think I'll leave the link in the description, so you guys can just go over there and check it out. Okay, so all this randomize, all this randi, and all this stuff, I covered it in that tutorial. Okay, so that should be all, and we hit F5 again, just by adding this randomize, that should be it. And as you can see, it starts with another code, so we just keep generating random codes from here. So that's pretty nice stuff you would like to do to your game, or just to automate your life, as I said at the beginning of this tutorial. So if you have any questions, you can leave it down in the comment section below. Go on my Discord, join my Discord server, and I'll be happy to help you from there. Where you can also hit me up on Instagram or Facebook, and I'll answer you from there. Thank you and goodbye.